Hi guys, this video today is about a proof of concept. It stemmed from a bit of help that I gave to a friend of mine, Sean Holly, from the 10 Pence Arcade podcast. You can get it on iTunes or on their website as well. It's a brilliant podcast to listen to. Really informative, fun, a lot of banter. And a lot of informative stuff about arcades and retro arcades and friendly game challenges as well. So basically, this is what it was all about. We were discussing it with Sean and Victor Marlin. He's the other one from the 10 Pence Arcade podcast as well. And we were discussing about MAME and Raspberry Pi. And then we were talking about how we can make a little, like a barcade or a minicade or some sort of, little mini thing using a Raspberry Pi. So I suggested about a particular program that I know about. Not my program. It's a program that I know about. It's a binary and it's called Retrogame. What it basically does is it allows you to use the GPIO pins of a Raspberry Pi as a keyboard encoder and emulate it like a iPack or something with MAME, so you can use it as a keyboard. So I told Sean about that, and Sean was a little bit confused about it, but I wrote him a massive, like 6-7 page long tutorial on Word on how to actually do it step by step, one piece at a time, and actually physically do this. So at the end of this tutorial I wrote on there, I hope you get this and I hope you understand it and get it working, because I really don't want to have to write you a script to automate it. Well, I said that and then I thought, yeah, why not? Let's try it. So that's what I did. I wrote a script. So I'm going to show you how quickly I can actually have MAME running fully on an SD card. Start with, we've got an empty SD card, as you can see, 64 gig. So we've got that. So first thing we want to do is we want to write to the SD card the Raspberry image. So we've got Raspberry Jesse, the 21st of November 2015 version. So we'll write that, and that's going to be E drive. I better confirm that actually. Yes, E drive. So let's get on and write that. And there we go. So now that will write. Okie doke, we're nearly finished. So what we are going to do once this is done is we are going to do it via PuTTY. So the actual SD card, we will plug this into the Raspberry Pi. Once it's done in the Raspberry Pi, rather than going straight off that screen, we shall be doing it via PuTTY instead. It'll just make it easier. So we shall transition over to PuTTY now. Okay guys, we've got PuTTY here. So now we've got the SD card plugged into the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi has been switched on and hooked up to the network. I've already mapped the IP address for it and saved it on the PuTTY save sessions. So let's just double click that now and get in there. So standard login, Pi and Raspberry. Oh, got that wrong. Raspberry. There you go. So the first thing you want to do, sudo raspi config. And you want to expand the file system. You could change your user password if you want. I will change it to MAME. And check out the boot options. So you want boot options for text console, required user login, B1. You don't need to change the locale. You could do the time zone. So I'll set mine. I think it's on GMT anyway, because this is a British, Raspberry Pi is British, so I think it does that, but I'll just do it anyway. So do London. where I am. I think the keyboard should be fine, so I'll just cancel that if that's fine. It usually is. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't allow for some reason. Okay, but it wasn't really. Okay, don't need to worry about camera, don't need to worry about rust track, overclock. Go to advanced options, overscan, disable. Oh no, I've already done that. Advanced options, that's it, sorry. Host name, change the host name. So what I want to do is I want to change that. And I shall change that to MAME4ALLPi. I think shush is usually enabled, but I do it anyway. I think that's it. Let's just quickly check. Now, there's one more thing you want to do, it depends, is audio. If you want it coming out of the 3.5 or the HDMI, depending on which one you want, just choose it. I've got it on auto at the moment, and auto is fine for now. And then we finish, and then we'd like to reboot. Yes. Okay, guys, we have got our final and most important part. So far, everything that we have done has just been what you would normally do with a standard Raspberry Pi Raspbian installation. Now is where we're going to get to the cool stuff and getting the MAME and the Retrogame and the other bits and pieces installed. So this is what we're going to be doing. Is we shall obviously going to need to log in. So now we have changed the host name, and you'll see that. There we go. The host name has been changed now for MAME4ALLPi, and we are going to download a script from my server. That script will deploy all the relevant details, and it will show you how extremely fast we will be installing MAME and getting MAME up and running. One thing that I do want to show you, and for me that's important to show you, that is the main screen where MAME, the Raspberry Pi is running, because we're currently running on putty at the moment. So I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse with my other camera of the main screen where it's running at the moment, and that is where the Raspberry Pi is actually running. Currently it's in prompt screen because there's nothing installed on there yet, and we will transition back to this screen when we do the final restart and you can actually see what happens. So we'll carry on with this video. So as we carry on with this one here, so now first thing we need to do is, what we will do is we will go to our temp folder. So we move across the temp, and then we want to wget our file. So we will do that. And there we go. So we just check it's there. Yes, it's there. MAME4ALLPi.sh is our file, and then we want to give it execution privileges. So we will chmod that. So now that's got execution privileges, so it can do all the executions. Now we are going to deploy that, but we are going to deploy it as root. The way you deploy it as root is by doing a sudo root command, so sudo -i, and that now makes me root, as you can see. Now we have been thrown out of temp, so we have to go back into temp. Check the files. Check the file's still there. Yes, it is. And then we shall do we should deploy it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my other video, because it's going to be really fast. Literally, it's going to go boom, and we won't even know. I have actually made this really fancy and slowed it down. Believe me, it goes so fast that even after trying to slow it down as much as I can with sleep commands, it still goes pretty fast. So hopefully we can get this just spot on. And I am going to deploy this script now. I put in a 20-second sleep command here as well. See, this is what I mean by sleep commands. Sleep commands are good because you get to read as well some of the stuff that I've got written on there. All done. Okay, now we are going to move across to the actual TV screen. So we're on a countdown to restart now. So we will now move to this screen. And we are now on the transition screen. It's restarted. And there you have it. Automatically, this is Circus, the XD Circus, the free one that you get on MAME4ALLPi's website. And also another thing I'll quickly show you as well is RetroGame, the GPIO pins. I have actually got it all connected up, made a little circuit board as well for it. And that's an analog to digital, like in one of my previous videos, and it's working. So I've actually mapped that little button there to button 1 as well. So if I press that, it goes into the game, as you can see, and then you can kind of play the game as well. One thing that I did forget to do is install a start button or even plug in a keyboard. I should have done that. Let me see if I can quickly do that now. Bear with me, I'm going to plug in a keyboard and then we'll come straight back to this video. Okay, here we are. We're back on the video. I've just popped a credit in, as you can see, credit 1. Let's pop another credit in quickly. I have actually got the credit buttons mapped to the GPIO. It's just I'm restricted to one single button. I haven't plugged in any more buttons on there, so I'm using a keyboard now. As you can see, I've plugged in a keyboard. So let's start the game. So there we go. So hopefully we should be able to do something. There we go. And oh, I killed him the first go. Wow, that's awesome, isn't it? Basically, I'm just using that. Oh, killed him again. I think this is a spinner game. I really do think this is actually a spinner game. Yeah, I think it's a spinner game. That's why I'm having a bit difficulty playing it. But yeah, it's pretty much what I'm doing. Is I'm playing that with an analog breakout. I've converted it from analog to digital with this board, and I've got it plugged into, as you can see, GPIO pins, and that's how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was how fast you can install MAME using my little script. My script is not ready to be given to the world just yet. The reason why is I want to tweak it a bit more. But this script, I'll probably chuck it on open source, so anyone can have it and use it as they want. There's a lot of information. I'll probably do a little blog post and then like offer support and bits and pieces and whatnot. But yeah, there you have it. So that's how fast you can install MAME on a Raspberry Pi. Pretty good. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you soon with some more videos very shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye now.